Today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite dishes. It became a staple in my kitchen. It's all traditional meatballs. You can find all kinds of meatballs, all variety of recipes on the internet. You can make turkey meatballs, Swedish with white sauce. You can make even tuna. But my favorite is just classic beef meatballs with traditional marinara sauce. It's so easy to make, but it's so delicious and it's full of flavor. And you can, if you don't eat all of them, you can store leftovers in the freezer and use it later to reheat it with marinara sauce and pasta, or just make just nice meatball sandwich, or just eat them as it is without any side dish or any sauce. So without further ado, let's get started. And our ingredients are, we're gonna use ground beef. It's a fat grass organic beef, 1 pound. We're gonna use onion, 3 cloves of garlic, salt and pepper to taste, Parmesan cheese. It's about, I'm using about half a cup, and about 1/4 cup of chopped parsley, and about half a cup of breadcrumbs, and a little bit of water. I'll show you how later to mix it with, so it will make your meatballs more juicier. And of course, we're gonna use oil to saute. All right, first we're gonna start with chopping our onion and garlic. We're gonna prepare them for the blender. So garlic, you want just to smash it so it's easier to peel off. And we don't need to cut it, chop it in very small pieces, because we're gonna put it in the blender anyway. This is my secret, this recipe. Usually, traditionally, you would cut onion and garlic in small pieces, like chop it. Or some recipes call it for sauteing onions, but I don't do that, because I don't like the taste of, to bite on the big piece of onion. That's why I put it in the blender. All right, so let me clean this quickly. All right, what I will do, I will just get like the ends off. I don't even want to chop them. So it's full end onion. Sure. You can just do just like quarters. Or I do like in 6 even pieces. Just from both sides, and the same with the second one. All right, this pile, we're gonna put it in the blender. All right, and now it's time to blend together our onion and garlic. So I'm using a blender, just a regular blender that you have in the kitchen. It will work. So we're gonna put our onions and garlic all together. And here, next step would be to add a little bit of water. I'm using about probably 1/4 of a cup of water, but you will see how it's, because it has to be, should start blending together. So I will set up on low first, see how it goes. There we go. That's it. That's what we were looking for. Very smooth texture, almost like a puree. All right, the next step is we're gonna mix all our ingredients together. So I'm transferring this beef into a larger bowl. And you want to squish it a little bit. Now we're gonna add our mixture with onion and garlic. That's beautiful. It's gonna give us nice smooth texture. Now, next we're gonna add salt and pepper. I'm using about probably close to 1 teaspoon, but you put as much as like to your taste. Some people like it more salt, to use more salt, some don't. So, and pepper. Then we're gonna use our parsley. Parmesan cheese. Where is our Parmesan? Right here. I'm gonna use some Parmesan and breadcrumbs. And mix it well. You should feel the texture. It should be a little sticky. Onions have like a lot of juice, so you'll have to use the breadcrumbs, because otherwise meatballs are not going to be juicy and fluffy. See, it's a little bit too liquidy, so we're going to add a little bit more breadcrumbs. And keep just squishing. You can actually later you can add a little bit more water or milk to make it a little bit more juicier. If you added too many crumbs by accident, you can always add more liquid. I think this is perfect now. All right, now we have a perfect texture. You will probably find some recipes on the internet that uses some eggs. I never use egg in my meatballs, and it's always perfect texture. I just don't see the, like the purpose of the egg. So you're welcome. Try it with egg if you would like to add one, but my mixture doesn't have it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use more breadcrumbs. I use usually 2 plates. One is I'm gonna put breadcrumbs. I'll use Italian breadcrumbs with some herbs here. And my meatballs, I like the size is a little bit larger than a golf ball, but not too small. It's probably like this size. So you coat them with crumbs on all sides. Be generous, and boom. Now they're ready. So let's preheat our skillet, add some olive oil, and let's get them sauteed. All right, and now we're gonna set up our stove on medium-low and add some olive oil to the skillet and preheat it. This is about probably 3-4 tablespoons we're using, maybe a little bit more. Now that our olive oil has been preheated, we're gonna start putting some meatballs here and saute them. Now remember, don't set up the stove too high because it's gonna burn your meatballs. And leave space between them so they will saute it evenly. I usually put about 6-7, and boom. All right, now all our meatballs in the pot. We're gonna let it simmer for about maybe 10 minutes while we're cooking our pasta. Water is boiling, sure enough. So once your water is boiling, you want to add some salt. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of salt, a little bit more, and add our pasta. I'm using just regular spaghetti today. Well, once it comes to a full boil, you would like to turn your temperature down a little bit so it's not gonna splash all over. So, and it's all right, medium set right now. And cook for another 10 minutes. And now our pasta is ready right here. It's perfect al dente. So we're gonna drain it and add it back to our sauce and meatballs. So after you drain your pasta, you want to add it back to the pot. And so it will absorb all the juices from sauce. This is the best part. So let's serve pasta. We're gonna put it in the bowl. Oh. All right, and then let's turn this stove off. Now we're ready for meatballs. Oh, look at that one. Serve it just like that. And one more. And more sauce. Perfect. Now it needs to cool off a little bit, and then we'll give it a taste. And of course, before, like if you would like to add some Parmesan, of course we have Parmesan inside the meatballs, but please feel free to add some more, to grate some more. I'm gonna add it right before tasting. And now for the best part, let's try it. Let's taste it. This is our portion. And I like to sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on mine. Perfect. Let's taste it. A little bit of noodles. Oh, it's a little hot. It's perfect. It's a combination. It's so soft and juicy. The meatball absorbed all the juices from Parmesan cheese, parsley, all juices of beef. It's all in combination with garlic and olive oil. The taste is perfect, and the sauce added so much flavor too. So I'm sure it's gonna be one of the favorite dishes. So try it. You won't regret it. And I will see you on our next show.